A growing issue for seniors is the taxation of Social Security benefits, particularly after the past two cost of living adjustments, or COLAs, which cause many seniors to pay taxes on their benefits for the first time. So how can we give seniors more predictability about the taxation of benefits?
Social Security double taxation. It's time to get rid of it. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you a video clip that came out earlier this year. This was actually back in April, that I believe is the reason why it has sparked legislation to get rid of double taxation. They talk about in this video, if we want to stabilize things and help out those receiving these benefits prepare for taxation, we could increase the brackets. Well, yes, I think we should do that, and we also should probably just get rid of it altogether. Now, in this video, you're going to be seeing, they're going to run the numbers, and it aligns with exactly what I've shared with you here from numbers that I've run, and that is that right now, about 3 to 4% of the OASI, the trust fund for Social Security, is funded by double taxation. It is a tiny amount, but if we got rid of it, this could help out seniors a ton. And they're saying that if they do not make changes, projections show in just about 5 years, this will make up about 7% of the funds, because as COLA is increasing, which that's going to be coming out here in a couple days, stick around to the end for a little update on that. As that increases, more and more people that collect Social Security benefits are going to get hit with double taxation, and it's just not right. And right now, they're saying about 50% of those that collect Social Security, well, they're getting double taxed. Now, I'm going to share with you the latest on this. Take a look at this video clip, and like I said, that is why there's legislation coming out right now to change this, to remove it. They have not made modifications to the tax brackets on Social Security since it was created. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, because this would help out seniors a ton across the board. Literally could equate to thousands of dollars of increases, but we need Congress to act. So let's take a look at the video footage. Before we do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the updates, don't forget, smash the like button. Just takes a second, helps out a ton. Thank you so much. Hit subscribe to stay up to date on Social Security and everything going on with Congress. And stick around to the end for an update on that COLA increase, like I said, which is just a couple days away. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in.
The gentleman from Florida is recognized, Mr. Stubbe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Houston, a growing issue for seniors is the taxation of Social Security benefits, particularly after the past two cost of living adjustments, or COLAs, which cause many seniors to pay taxes on their benefits for the first time. I have one of the most elderly districts, if not the most elderly district in the country. So obviously this is a big issue to the constituents in my district. Can you provide us some background on this policy, when it was established, how many beneficiaries did it affect then, and how many does it affect now?
Right, thank you. The provision to tax a portion of Social Security benefits was one of the recommendations made by the Greenspan Commission and was then included in the 1983 Social Security amendments. At the time, the Greenspan Commission estimated that about 10% of beneficiaries would be affected by it. And as you know, as wages increase over time, as COLAs are applied to benefits and made payable, Social Security benefits generally increase. So since the thresholds for someone to be subject to taxation of benefits are fixed in statute, as benefits increase, more and more people then become subject to that tax. The most recent data we have available suggests about 50% of beneficiaries are now affected by that. And at the time, that was part of the congressional intent, is that eventually all people, in theory, would be subject to that tax with growth in benefits.
So as close as you know, as we sit here today, it's about 50% of beneficiaries?
Correct.
Okay. Dr. Swagel and Mr. Gross, this is, both of you guys can answer. Can either of you speak to the proportion of program income that is derived from the taxation of benefits? Is that proportion expected to grow or shrink over the next 10 years, and why?
I mean, I can say that we have about 4% of beneficiaries are paying the tax today, and that's rising. We have it up to 6% in 10 years, and then up to 11%. And it's as you said, the threshold is fixed in nominal terms, and there's real income gains. So it's rising. I don't have the exact dollars, but it's as you said, it's becoming a rising share of people and of dollars.
Could you get me the exact dollars? I mean, I don't need it right now.
Sure, we'll get you the exact.
Do you have them, Mr. Gross?
Yeah. If I may, I believe what Dr. Swagel meant was the proportion of total income to the program. In 2022, the proportional of total income to the program from taxation of Social Security benefits for OSDI was about 4%. In 2027, we project that'll go up to about 5.2%, 2033 about 6.5%, by 2050 about 7%. As Barry indicated, this is really simply because of the fixed 25,000 for single returns, 32,000 for joint returns thresholds on AGI plus half of benefits.
Yeah, now I should just say what Steve has said is not quite right under current law, because he's assuming that the Congress will take action to change the indexation of tax thresholds. So that, since this is why we have slightly different numbers. Because we assume current law, and the trustees are assuming that Congress will take certain steps.
If I may, Phil, we assume current law for the Social Security Act. However, by constructive obligation, as any accountant will tell you, we have to take into account other things that might occur. The Congress has always made changes to the income tax structure. If they had not, we'd all be in the top bracket, every single person. So we expect that there will not be that kind of bracket creep indefinitely, and that changes will be made over time. We do reflect that. And by the way, we projected really since the very beginning that we would start at about 10 to 20%. We're now up a little less than 50%, we believe, of our beneficiaries, per what we heard from the Office of Tax Analysis at Treasury. And we've been projecting all along that it would reach up at about 60%, because, of course, a good number of the beneficiaries will receive sufficiently low income that they will not even meet the zero bracket, and therefore have to pay taxes on their benefits.
Okay, so I'll open this up to any of you that want to comment on this. So how can we give seniors more predictability about the taxation of benefits, so they know what to expect, when to expect for planning for their future? I know you may be anticipating Congress to take certain action. I'll open it up in the 30 seconds I have back to anybody to comment on the predictability for the seniors.
Well, I would just say that as long as Barry indicated, people understand the 25,000 and 32,000 thresholds, and that eventually, simply because of inflation over time, earnings, prices, and benefits will all be rising. Eventually, we're going to have a much greater share of our beneficiary population with MAGI, that's modified adjusted gross income, exceeding these thresholds, and therefore have some liability on their taxes. So we should do that. If you all had a desire to stabilize or reduce the percentage of people that will have income tax liability on their benefits, that could be done by statute, by simply raising the 25 and 32,000 levels. So,
Okay.
so it's really a choice.
Thanks, my time's expired.
That's what the baseline is showing you, is what current law is. And our projections are showing you current law as opposed to assuming certain changes in the future law.
So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts. They were actually arguing amongst themselves over the numbers as to what is actual and what is projected. And well, the good news is that they're projecting that Congress will address this and make modifications. That should hopefully help out seniors, either raise those tax brackets to keep up with inflation or get rid of them altogether. And like I said, there's legislation out proposing just that, and I will keep you up to date on that. Now, in addition to that, we're also waiting to see about the COLA increase, which is going to be coming out here in just a couple of days. And we've heard that from the U.S. Labor Department that it could be higher with some of the reports that just came out. Now, to get the latest on that, be sure to check out this video right here next. And like I said, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date on everything as it rolls out. But that is the latest on Social Security. And with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.